All right, welcome to Smokey Reacts. On this one, we are doing a little bit of, we'll say, research for posterity's sake because it seems like I'm not going to be able to stay as far away from, we'll say, the actual violence if I actually want to cover drill in a meaningful way. I can't have one without the other. So, we're going to, one, take this in a respectful manner. So, the stuff we'll be doing over here when it comes to covering any of that stuff is for posterity's sake only. If that shit does not correspond with me understanding more context about particular records or the people involved, I'm not trying to watch that shit. So if it's just random mutes on the fucking CCTV stabbing each other up, it's not for me, blood. But I'm not trying to just watch that shit if it's attached to a song. If it explains why niggas are doing X, Y, and Z, tag me in. That's what I'm looking for because it contextually explains more of the music to me, especially being somebody that doesn't live there. Other than that, I'm cool on it. But hey, let's check this out. This is the Deadly War in Camden, Active Gang verse 51st. This is from Kid Nerd. I'm going to do the other one because they might not cover exactly the same information, and that'll just be how it goes. But yeah, apparently I actually need to understand this to be able to listen to Suspect, I think, is Active Gang. And then apparently I have to go over this stuff for the stuff that's going on with that boy, Sabvat? No, Sav or something like that. I don't know. The boy that did Table Turns record. Goddamn demon. That shit is, as far as the diss record goes, premium. As far as the shit he's talking about, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's going to be what this is. If you could please hit that like and that subscribe, and let's get into this one.
To death in two separate attacks in Kentish Town in North London last night. The body of the first victim, believed to be in his late teens, was found a couple of hours before police discovered the second victim, who's thought to be in his 20s.
Camden, the heart of fashion and culture in London, with some of the most expensive house prices and biggest tourist attractions in England. And from the outside in, looks like the perfect place to live. But that's what the government want to show you. Once we go deeper into the lower income estates of the borough, we start to see a different story. A story of the country's most deprived estates in London being separated from roads of millionaires literally by one street, and how these estates have created a deadly gang war which has taken over the borough in recent years. But before
Do the rich kids that be living there, they be getting caught up in this shit? Probably not, because then that's when the police will really come down there. Maybe so. I don't know. The rich kids probably be trying to be bad, especially if I live that close to you niggas out here.
Before I get into the video, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications. Let's get into the video. So Camden is a borough in northwest London and is very close to the centre of London. But despite the area being so close to the rich centre of the capital, in the last few years the war in the area has been going brazy. So historically, unlike neighbouring areas like Islington and Brent, Camden's beef situation hasn't been as active as others. But this all changed around 2016 when a man from Camden called Merce had his watch stolen from another man from another area in Camden. After this, there was some back and forth, which resulted in a big rivalry in the borough, literally between groups of kids that grew up.
So you guys made it in front of me today with this shit because of a fucking watch. Now I understand it's the principle behind man took X thing off of me. That's the actual overall issue. But Jesus Christ, it comes down to a fucking watch. Ugh. Crazy.
Grew up together. One side being gangs built up from a few estates in Camden, which were the Peckwater gang from the Peckwater estate, the QC gang, which were from a road in Camden called Queen's Crescent, and Cumber, which is a gang made up from an estate called Regent's Park in Cumberland Market. They linked up together and called themselves 51st, due to their postcodes being in NW1 and NW5, which is where the 5 and the 1 come from. And from the other side of the feud, we have a gang called Active Gang, which some people may know from their songs, and they're from the Agar Grove estate in Camden. An Active Gang are affiliated with another gang called CT1 and NRB, which they all linked up and called themselves 71st. And just like that, the war was now on between 51st and 71st over this watch being stolen. So Camden is actually home to a big Somalian community, with a big portion of them residing in Agar Grove, which is the territory of the 71st gang. Such a big community that the majority of 71st members are actually Somalian. And if you watch one of my previous videos on Mali Strip, Somalian people are people you don't want to be messing with, which you'll understand more in this video. And this beef was on go from early. In 2017, 2 members of the AG gang, which represents 71st, executed a triple shooting on 3 51st members. 2 of the members ran to a nearby hospital, but while hospital staff was treating the 2 members, they also called police to the hospital to investigate the situation. Once the 2 realized the police was called, they didn't even care about their treatment anymore, and attempted to run out the hospital while still having bullet wounds lodged in them. But the police ended up detaining them and arresting them after a struggle between the both. The reason they wanted to run was because all 3 members are actually wanted for suspicion of grievous bodily harm, which all 3 were eventually arrested for. Now of course, 51st weren't happy about this triple shooting, and they were trying to get it back in blood. So they went lurking on the Ager Grove estate and shot a rival in the face with a shotgun. The rival actually
I'm glad he finally put that shit on the screen, because I'm like, I don't know what that nigga is saying. Ager Grove. Okay.
managed to survive and make his own way back to hospital. But this beef really kicked off in a situation that wasn't even linked to both of the gangs. So on February 2017, a 16-year-old girl had an Airbnb party in Kensington, West London. You know those type of parties where a girl invites 7 different types of gangs and asks people
how did Bird get the fucking Airbnb at 16? What's going on over there? What are y'all doing? Little grown asses. Fucking city kids, man. Jesus Christ. I wasn't on shit when I was a little nigga. God damn. I was really chilling. Yo. Just smoking weed, being outside. God damn. Y'all was on some extra shit. Damn. Nigga just got a license at 16. Put a little couple speaker systems in the back of the car. Rolling, smoking, selling a little weed. That's it. Keeping it calm. What you mean I'm out here fucking Airbnb and shit?
people to leave their beef at home. Yeah, one of those. So at this party, there were people from all over London there, but a few uninvited guests tried to pull up to the party. One of these people being a boy from 51st called Dotty and his friend, who pulled up to the party with a gun and knife looking for trouble. But the night turned left for Dotty and his friend, and ended up with Dotty being chased down by 20 young boys. And when the boys caught up to him, they stabbed him 13 times altogether.
And this is why I said the other day, if I'm gonna leg it, gotta keep going. Cause these niggas, it's like hunting in the wild. Somebody gonna get tired first, either the prey or the predator. And I guarantee you, if I'm running from 20 men, I guarantee you I ain't getting tired first. Salvation and preservation is life and paramount, baby. Will Smith on that goddamn treadmill. I guarantee you getting tired first. I'm gone. Shit.
Which actually resulted in Dotty dying, which 4 16-year-old boys from Hackney and Tottenham were sentenced and convicted for. So 51st were mad about this situation, obviously, that their member Dotty was just stabbed to death. So they were out trying to get revenge. So they went out for revenge in a stolen BMW and travelled all the way from Camden, northwest London, to Hackney in East London, and then to Tottenham in North London, because that's where the people who killed Dotty were from. But they ended up finding no one from both areas. But they weren't trying to go home without spilling some blood first. So 51st...
The nigga that edited this is an idiot.
But they ended up finding no one from both areas. But they weren't trying to go home without spilling some blood first. So 51st went all the way back to Camden to look for 71st members, and found an affiliate member of 71st called AK and killed him. But they weren't done there. They were riding for a whole nother 2 hours looking for more 71st members, and found a 71st member called Mitch's little brother. Mitch's little brother attempted to run into a cab and
nigga whole name is Mitch's little brother? That's a crazy street name.
begged the driver to drive him to safety, but the driver refused to move, and he was dragged out of the cab and stabbed to death by 51st members, all within 2 hours of their first murder they committed that night, and 6 members were sentenced to life for these murders. Then on September 4th, 2017, a member from 51st called Flips, and the older brother of the second boy who died that night called Mitch, bumped into each other on Hampstead Road in Camden, and started getting into a little altercation, which ended with Flips stabbing Mitch in his arm, neck, and back, leaving the knife lodged into Mitch's bones and murdering him. An undercover policeman just happened to witness this whole situation and ran down Flips and arrested him, and now Flips is serving 17 years to life for this murder. After this, the beef in Camden went under some serious investigation by police, and members from all sides started to get taken down for conspiracies, firearms and drug charges, and the beef started to die down a bit. But then 2019 hit, and quite a lot of the members that were locked up started to come out. And
besides being a Nike anorak, that's a fire ass jacket.
Taking in consideration that 51st members, just before everyone started going to prison, had killed 3 71st members. 71st members started coming out of prison on some demon time, and were most definitely looking for revenge with no warnings. The first signs that 71st was really back was on a cold Tuesday in February. 1 AM in the morning, a 51st member called Gxng was walking past the Sainsbury's in Camden, when a 4x4 crashed into him, and several 71st members jumped out on him like a pack of wolves, stabbing him repeatedly in his head and body, leaving him literally paralyzed.
We not even doing that. Just running man down with the car so he can't get out of there and then hopping out is... That shit happens on a television show called The First 48. That's when that shit happens. What the fuck? You niggas just ran blood down? Like, I've literally seen that only one other actual time in America where, hey, that nigga was a gang member too. They just actually sentenced that nigga. But that nigga was driving in the car with his girl. And he seen his op in the middle of the street. And he just hit the gas and just... I'm just like, damn. He's like, yeah, fuck that nigga. And I'm just like, what? You hit that man with a car. Like, it's a car, my nigga. Like, it can't be that real. Oh, man. Damn it.
And not being able to walk. But that wasn't enough for 71st members. They wanted someone dead for their friends. So on April 1st, 2019, a suspected member of 51st called C. Miz and his cousin were walking down Grafton Road in Gospel Oak, Camden, when 4 71st members jumped out a stolen black car and started chasing them. C. Miz and his cousin split up, but unfortunately the men who jumped out the car locked onto C. Miz, and C. Miz ended up dropping to the ground when the 71st members started to stab him repeatedly with machetes and then run from the scene. After this murder, 71st members made a song called Congo, and the reason why they called it Congo is because C. Miz was actually a refugee from Congo after him and his family fled the war from over there. And members repeatedly in their songs say that they get their weed from Congo, not Cali, pretty much just trying to say that they're smoking on C. Miz. And as I said before, the majority of these 71st members are Somalian. So after all this, there was news going about in Camden that 51st members were out on the lurk, and any Somalian they see they're killing.
Heard some really strong intelligence that there is going to be revenge for Calvin's killing. And his friends have literally said they are going to go out and kill any Somali in retaliation. So I just want to make that really clear. This is from a young Somali woman in Camden who's 24 years old. And basically we strongly suspect they're going to go out tonight and kill a Somali.
Which was probably a bit of a stretch. But on the other hand, 71st members kept saying that they're warring with Jalirs, which is basically the Somalian word for West African people. Because you have to remember, despite Somalians being dark-skinned and African, a lot of Somalians don't really see themselves the same as other black people. So this was kind of turned into a race war between Somalian and black people in Camden, which is just all wrong for so many reasons. But 71st weren't happy enough with the killing of C. Miz. They wanted to spill more blood. So August 12, 2019, 6 members started circling the estates of 51st members in a stolen Ford Fiesta and a stolen Seat. When they spotted 16-year-old culprit and other members coming out of a restaurant around 10 in a stolen Seat. When they spotted 16...
Oh, okay, it's for birds. So
16-year-old culprit and other members coming out of a restaurant around 10:30 PM. Culprit and other members ran to a nearby set of blocks near Euston Road, but 71st members found them later on that night, and 3 members
these jackets with these village hoods on them are just, I like these. We don't be having too many of these in America. These jackets I ain't seen. These motherfuckers is hard. This hood, I have to make a jacket like that. Shit fire.
Jumped out and chased them down, catching up to the 16-year-old 51st member called Culprit. Culprit was running.
Nigga 16. Oh man, fuck they feeding these kids. This nigga got more hair on his face than I do. Jesus.
For his life and literally screaming for help, banging on neighbours' doors to let him in so he could escape his attackers. But when the 71st members caught up to him, 2 71st members held him, while a 3rd member repeatedly pushed a 1-foot-long zombie killing knife through his chest while it was coming out of his back. And when the 71st members were done, the killers were said to be running away after, laughing hysterically, which is what bystanders said. And Culprit, he was just any normal kid from London. He was talented at football and even had trials for Southampton Football Club, but started getting involved in a local gang and brushed aside his football, and unfortunately became a victim of the streets. Now, as these back and forths normally go, know, 51st were now looking for revenge on their recent L's, and there were many stabbings across the month. And early on in September, there was a case of 3 killings in 5 days in Camden. One of these being a man from a completely different area all the way in East London, but unfortunately he was walking at the wrong place at the wrong time. So he was actually walking on Queen's Crescent Estate, which is a hotspot for 51st members, and was shot and killed in a drive-by, being mistaken for a 51st member. Just an hour before, another woman was stabbed to death just a few hundred yards from the situation.
That's the worst. I'm not gonna go back because apparently we're trying to hide this person's identity for whatever reason. Put the blur job to I just seen my niggas. It's at least a solid second of just no blur. Oh, okay, we need to blur this.
And 4 days later, a 71st member called Nuts was stabbed to death by a gang of 51st members with machetes outside one of the busiest areas in London, Camden Tube Station. And for the longest, a lot of people didn't even know all this stuff was going on until a 71st member called Suspect started jumping on the drill scene, calling himself the Camden Grim Reaper and releasing some of the most disrespectful tunes towards his ops. So much that police take down pretty much any song that the gang uploads, which really started to bring some attention to what's happening down there, and definitely got the attention of me, especially a song from Suspect called Dugout, which is probably one of the most disrespectful songs I've ever heard, and really makes you deep how tapped this whole beef is. In one of his lines, he says, "Same place we used to play runouts, is the same place his chest got dug out. Same place I was 10."
What are runouts?
And he says,
"Same place we used to play runouts, is the same place his chest got dug out. Same place I was telling you play out, is the same place I'm telling you come out."
Which really makes you think, damn, these guys were close friends at one time, and now they're trying to kill each other. All stemming from a little small altercation that happened a couple years back. But anyway guys, that's it for today's video, and peace out.
Yo, these Somali niggas wild. God damn. Jesus Christ. This is crazy. This nigga said he got held. What, like, y'all niggas is doing shit. Like, we still outside with motherfucking horses and fucking just cannons and shit. Like, what the fuck is this? Niggas is using. God, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm gonna split up. So yeah, this is gonna be it for this one. This was the Deadly War in Camden, Active Gang versus 51st. I'm gonna do the other one just to make sure we get the full scope because these boys is going in. But yeah, thank you very much. If you could please hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.